Okay, and here we are. It's a show and tell.
Okay, welcome to Show and Tell. It's me, Lady Ada, and I'm going to be just hosting this little party. People showing off their projects. We got a couple of people so far, including some Adafruit team members. And let's just start off. Just mute your mic until it's time to show off your skateboard.
Yeah, we're going to start off with Tony, then we're going to go Noah Pedro, then Lon, and then Andy, and then probably some other folks who come in.
Yeah.
Tony, welcome to Show and Tell.
Yeah.
What you got going on?
Yeah, so I've been looking at the character LCDs and getting them to work with the Raspberry Pi and the BeagleBone Black, and there's already some libraries, so we fixed up a few issues and things with it. But I'll show you real quickly one of the LCDs working with the BeagleBone Black. And I've got two things here. The one on the left, it's not working yet, but it's using the little MCP GPIO extender to power this. So you just need a single I2C connection between the BeagleBone and the LCD, and it's what the little LCD cape for the Raspberry Pi uses. So it's a nice little way that you don't have to waste as many wires from the BeagleBone Black or the Raspberry Pi. And then right here, so this is kind of the cool thing. This is one of the LCDs with a red, green, blue RGB backlight, and it's hooked up to the BeagleBone Black, just driving it directly. And you can see that the backlight is changing colors. So the nice thing with the BeagleBone is it has 8 channels of PWM control, so you can control the voltage of those pins basically, and you can feed that right into the backlight LEDs and change the colors. Whereas on the Raspberry Pi, you can't really do that. There's one hardware channel, and you could maybe hack it in software, but it wouldn't really look as nice. So this is kind of cool. You can drive this, and the really nice thing with the BeagleBone, of course, is that you've got 65 plus or so GPIOs. So you could attach quite a few of these LCDs. It only takes about 8 pins or so for the LCD and then a few for the backlight. So you could really go wild and use a lot of these without having to use like an extender. So it's a pretty neat, easy way to add an LCD. They're not too expensive, and it works pretty well. They're pretty easy to read. This is I think the negative LCD.
Yeah, there's the negative and positive. I mean, they both have really crappy contrast, but like.
Yeah, when you go off angle, it kind of washes out. So it's, if you're straight on.
They're cheap. I mean, they're breadboard friendly and expensive. nothing really beats that. And the characters are nice and big, and they're very straightforward. You don't need like a graphics library to just start printing out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So, cool
great.
stuff.
You're making a lot of headway. This is now what your 6th Python library.
Well, yeah, quite a few. All right, I have lost track of them already. So yeah, pretty much. Let's see. So we got the OLED display. Got the Nokia display. Now we have these character displays. So there aren't too many other displays. I think some of the SPI graphical displays, maybe get some of those in the future. But yeah, there's good stuff.
Okay.
And where can folks find all of this?
Check out GitHub/Adafruit, and you can take a look there. If you search around also on learn.adafruit.com and just search for like BeagleBone Black or Raspberry Pi, all of the projects have different Learn guides associated with them, so that's probably the easiest way to find them.
All right, thank you for the update, Tony.
All right, thank you so much, Tony. Next up, from Adafruit, Florida, Noah and Pedro. Hey guys, what you got this week?
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Hey,
so we've got time around the week where we're in modeling, trying to get everything printed. So just quickly, for a couple of weeks coming up, updated the Flexi extruder for the Taz bots, so we can now print in 175, the standard that everybody else uses, instead of the big old chunky 3mm ones.
Yay!
I don't know why everybody's doing it. I think that's what our market is, though. Everybody's upgrading to the Taz, and they got like all these spools, and it's like.
I like starting. You start with the simple, and then you upgrade to the Taz. I mean, these are.
Yeah, so a couple of the little parts that actually make all this happen, these tiny little tubes, and then the, of course, guide, a little bit bigger than the printer simple. So we got that. Lenses finally came in for a future project.
Ooh. Wonder what that is.
Oh.
I know what those are.
I don't know why do these tiny things take so long to get delivered? But this week we are working on.
This week we have a pretty interesting project. It's sort of an upgrade to a old project. We found a cool way to mount NeoPixel rings to the head of our skateboard, making kind of like a headlight. So we wanted to make it a little bit more power efficient, so we're using the PowerBoost 500C and using a 2200 milliamp battery, or 2500 milliamp battery. And we, instead of mounting it kind of flat, the LED strips, we mounted it vertically so we can kind of spread the light across a little bit more. And the real nice thing about this one is it has an updated enclosure that uses mounting screws so that all the components are secure, so nothing's moving around.
Okay. This is like super high end. I really like that little case. You'll probably use that again for another project.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
And
Guys, that will be live tomorrow.
yeah.
Yes, this goes live tomorrow. And we got here, we'll switch back to the camera.
All right.
Yeah, trying a little different system here.
Yeah, how are you doing this video switching? This is very...
I'm using Cam Twist this time. Hey, there I am. So Pedro's son has been really interested in this project, so we had to get a small version. We try to...
Yeah.
This is a small skateboard. But,
Baby board.
Yeah, a baby board. And here's the enclosure. It kind of slides off using this neat little sliding mechanism, kind of like a GoPro slider thing.
Yeah.
So that's a really nice way
That's
to...
impressive press fitting for 3D printed stuff.
Yeah.
So this is added to the ever-growing library of widgets in our 3D library. Check them out on learn.adafruit.com.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, and everyone tune in to 3D Thursday tomorrow, and you'll see all these projects and more, including that video. All right. Next up, we are going to...
Okay, Lon.
Yeah, Lon is...
Lon, there. Hey, Lon.
Good evening.
Hello.
So this week, I've got some cosplay stuff I was working on.
Oh, great.
So this one is not electronic yet. It's a space gun that was originally a water pistol that got severely hacked and modified, and it will get some of the 12-pixel Neo circles on there and some strips across the top.
All right.
And then there's a helmet that goes with this bit that I wanted to put, you know, in all those sci-fi movies, they have that jack in the back of the head where the data connection goes straight to the brain. So I made a little infinity mirror.
Oh, cool.
Whoops, and it is a mirror. So that's real simple. Actually, I made this in the last hour. It's just a 4-inch glass mirror I got off of eBay or Amazon. And then the front is a bit of CD case that I sliced into a circle, and then put a little window film on there. And then we've got 7 regular NeoPixels. I think to get the effect better, I'm going to double that and go with the double density with the black instead of the single density on the white.
Yeah.
But that's it for now.
That's cool. You get a ray gun, and you're going to stick that into the back of your head, the mirror port.
Yeah, it's going to go in the back of the helmet, so look like a hole
That'll look cool.
where you jack into your brain, kind of thing.
All right. Yeah, that is creepy looking.
Oh, that is cool. Nicely done. All right.
Okay, thank you, Lon.
You can put an As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker on the back of that.
Yes.
I will.
Okay.
On the front of your head.
Email support@adafruit.com, and we will send you out an As Seen on Show and Tell sticker for that cool project. Next up, Andy. Hello, Andy.
Andy.
There you are.
Hey.
Andy Lustig.
Hey,
Andy.
What's your project?
All right, so I have an update to the telephone alarm clock.
Okay.
Last time I was here, I could dial the time to set the time, but I've made some improvements. Let's see if I can switch the camera. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So now you pick up the receiver and you dial 1 to go to timer setting mode, 2 to go to alarm setting mode, and 3 to go to clock setting mode. And then for the timer setting, I have it where you set it kind of like a microwave, where you do 1 second, it'll start for the far right corner or far right digit, but then if you type 0 to go to 10 seconds, and kind of shift its way down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the school bell hooked up with the Adafruit As Seen on Show and Tell sticker, of course.
As seen on Show and Tell, but as heard in your nightmares.
Right. And so I will demonstrate the timer with the school bell. So with the receiver, dial 1 to go into timer mode, and then I'll do 7 seconds. And then as it ticks down.
Okay.
I'm late for class.
That will wake you up. I have a question for snooze mode. Do you have to like dial like a really long number, like the first 7-digit prime or something, so that you like by the time you're done like like you're awake? I mean, that's you have to make snooze mode difficult.
Yeah, that could be the next step.
I don't think you could. I don't know how you could snooze to that bell though. That is killer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be implemented as a timer more than anything. I'm hoping to mount the LEDs kind of spread out and mount it on some acrylic, and then I'm going to use ping pong balls to kind of diffuse the light and kind of make a big wall-mounted clock type deal.
Okay.
That's the idea.
All right.
All right, good stuff. Well, you get another As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker.
To go on your phone.
To go on your phone.
On the bottom of the phone.
So email support@adafruit.com, and we'll send that to you right away.
Okay.
All right.
Next up, Jasmine.
Yep.
Jasmine.
Hi guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Oh wow, it's looking good.
You have a nice thing going on here.
Yeah, I completed the science fair board. This is the prototype.
Okay.
It officially has a name, the Board No More Science Fair Board, and you can probably see it has 5 buttons.
Yeah.
No matter what the wheel spins. On the first one, the door goes up, and on the third one, you now have a spinner.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna make a spinner using an oatmeal can. The credits on the last button.
Yeah. Cool. So this is the next innovation for science fair boards. So no more boring boards, right?
This is way better. This has LEDs, buttons. There's like an arrow that keeps moving on the back. There's servos.
Yeah, it's a big improvement from my original.
And so is the goal to have other people who do science fair projects use this as a template so their science fair board can be more interactive and do more things?
Well, yeah, it's to move on from the same science fair boards that we've had for 50 years.
Yeah.
And go to something more modern.
I know, forever it was just like a potato alarm clock, but now you have like servos and motors.
Yeah, the board should be as interesting as the project.
This
you
is
should be
great.
able to do things, yeah. And
Now we should do like which acids make the most powerful resistors or something like that.
Yeah.
And what's neat is you can add other sensors when
And it's interactive. It's like a museum display.
You can have a light sensor. You can have a motion sensor. Yeah, you could keep improving on this. This is really cool.
This is great. This is probably the most fun science fair exhibit at the science fair that you were presenting at.
Oh yeah, it was really
By
popular.
far. Yeah. Okay. No question. All right. Well, congratulations.
Okay. Well, you get another As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker.
I have something else. It was
Yeah, sure.
Oh wow.
on the Adafruit blog a while back. It's a video skate dolly,
Oh, cool.
and you set it up. It's kind of like a tripod, and then you can roll it across the screen.
Oh.
It's like a slider.
Is it 3D printed, or I can't see the body of it?
It's mostly 3D printed.
Oh, cool.
It has,
Nice.
and it actually was entered on Instructables, and I actually got runner-up on an Instructables contest with a different project.
All right.
Yeah.
Get prizes.
Okay. Well, that one gets the As Seen on the Show
Yeah,
and
you
Tell
get a
sticker
sticker for
since you
that.
have the one for the board in the background.
It would be so cool if you could motorize that dolly, like, so it can go back and forth.
Next year.
Next time. If you
I'm
could.
planning on another camera thing, but that's a secret right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I won't tell anyone.
All right.
But between you and me, a motorized dolly would be so awesome.
All
Because
right.
then you could just you could set it up and then you could do your thing and it could motorize. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, chassis we could use for it.
All right, next up.
Okay.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Next up, we're going to go to Nicholas, and then we're going to go
Okay.
to Rick, and then Roberto. So
Nicholas Sayer.
how's it going?
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
It's very simple. This is Pi Power. This is the power supply the Raspberry Pi was supposed to come with.
Okay.
That's what I call it anyway. It will take anything from 6 volts to 15 volts in. It has a barrel connector instead of the fiddly little tiny USB thing down there. Sits on top of the GPIO header and has, a stacking header so you can plug something else into it. I wish I could show it to you on my Raspberry Pi B+, but it hasn't come yet. But what I envision is that you can, right now the problem with the B+ is that if you have a 26-pin IDC cable, you can't plug that in without snipping off the pins 27 and 28. With this, of course, you could use this as an adapter as well as powering everything. Oh, I forgot. This will generate 5 volts at 2 amps, so it can power everything that you could conceivably want to hook up to a Raspberry Pi. I have it hooked up to my little ammeter here. This is running at 12 volts right now, and if I actually tell the Raspberry Pi to do something, I can have it just like compress. Oh, come on, what is this?
And it looks like
instead
of going with the linear converter, you went with like a buck converter there. I saw a big inductor.
Yeah. This is a buck converter. That way you don't have the thing get so hot when you're trying to generate 2 amps, and it's nice and small too.
That's cool. Is that available? Like you have a store or something, or
yes, this is available on Tindy.
Tindy thing.
It's called Pi Power. Pi Power.
Okay.
On Tindy, and it's $15.
Okay. What a deal.
All
Get
right.
a buck converter, big inductor.
And is that a Osh Park PCB?
Yes, that's a purple board. It is an open hardware project to the extent that it's very simple. You can see there's not much to it, but the schematic is available online, and it is an OSH Park shared project, so you can make your own if you really want to.
That's cool.
Okay, email it to us and we'll blog it up.
Great. Okay.
If we haven't yet, I don't remember.
I
if we
like
have
to see
yet.
projects that people made and then they get the PCBs from Osh Park and then they sell it on Tindy because that's a neat ecosystem.
This is a good ecosystem.
And they show it on Show and Tell, and you get to see it on the Show and Tell sticker. So now the circle of life is complete.
Okay, so should I mention it? You said you wanted me to send you an email of the support.
Yes,
the right
email
way?
us and we'll blog it and we'll link to this video too, so you can.
When you send your contact info for the as seen on the Show and Tell sticker, just include a link to everything, and we'll blog it up.
Great, thank you so much.
All right, Nicholas.
Purple board.
I do have one more little suggestion for the store for your store.
Okay.
Now that there's the 40-pin GPIO header for the B+, my suggestion to you guys, this is actually your stacking header that I've used for this. If you guys were to stock a 14-pin stacking header, those can sit right next to each other. And that way you don't have to sell more things in the store.
We're getting 40-pin stacky headers. They're already ordered like a week ago, so they'll be in a couple weeks. So we'll have like a full B+ header and like the tall header. They're custom made, so it takes a while.
Oh. My thought was that if you didn't want to stock, you could stock the 24s or the 26s and then just add a 14.
I see. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant for the B+. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Just an idea.
If you can make it for us.
All right. Well,
thanks very much.
Justin, your suggestion may end up in our store.
Okay. Thank you, Nick.
All right. Next up. Hey, Rick. How's it going?
Rick Winscott.
It's going great. Yes. I got an electric imp from you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. And I ordered, like I said, I ordered an electric imp and have been messing around with it. And so I'm trying to work on a bridge for the imp. The imp operates off of Wi-Fi, and what I've done is I've partnered it with it's a sub-gigahertz radio. This is called ERIC, E-R-I-C, and they're pretty inexpensive. They're like $10 or something a piece. So the imp is running. I don't know if you can quite see that, but it's just simple serial. It's sending the value of its internal light sensor, and it's sending it over here. And I've got another on the back of this guy right here that's receiving.
Oh, okay.
So this is to show you how this connected to Wi-Fi. You could be running agents, your scripts, whatnot, sending it over comms. These actually mesh. So you could do some pretty interesting home automation stuff with that. And then you've got an Arduino on the back of this, so you can do all kinds of fun stuff. But I've got a number of different kind of configurations. There's a breakout with the same module on it, and then a USB dongle, so you could do all kinds of awesome Internet of Things stuff.
Yeah. And it's interesting. And what frequency are those radios, the ERIC radios, the 433?
Yeah, they're sub-gigahertz, so they're 900 megahertz.
900, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like tons of people love using the smaller gigahertzes for range and power. But yeah, this is really cool. Is this also available on these OSH Park boards or?
Yeah, the boards are done by Lane, and as soon as I do a smoke test and I can burn up a couple of these to guarantee that I haven't done something wrong, I'll go ahead and put all the schematics up for everyone, and they can print their own boards and do their own thing.
We'll log them up too, because it's like people are always asking us for RF bridges and stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome, sure.
All right, as always, Rick, send an email to support@adafruit.com. You get an As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker, which will barely fit on maybe one of those boards.
You could cut them in 4 pieces and put one on each one, maybe.
All right.
And then last up,
Roberto. Hey, Roberto, welcome back to the Show and Tell. What you got this week?
Lizard us out.
Hey guys, it's actually not lizard oriented this time, and I just realized now I didn't ask for permission to come on. I just kind of joined in, so sorry for that.
No, you don't have to. It's cool.
Yeah, what we do is we tell everybody they have to post a comment, because if they post a comment, then we can add them to the Show and Tell circle no matter what.
But you can show up as many times as you want.
Yeah, but you have an invite.
Okay, so this week I wanted to share my experiences with trying to make some firewalkers. My friend Sarah, the one that I came out a while back with for the fabric buildings that the city commissioned her to design, and we made them together.
Yeah.
So she saw the firewalkers on the Learn system, and she wanted to give a stab at making them, but I only had one Flora, so I tried to do it with a Gemma, and I I came across some issues, but I just want to share quickly. You really do have to use the glue that's recommended on the site, because I tried doing it with E6000, but they didn't stay on.
Yeah.
And so another issue that I couldn't overcome quite yet was the Velostat. I couldn't get it to work with a sensor. So when I showed them to her what I had so far, she was like, well, it doesn't have to go off of a sensor. And I showed her the Larson scanner hat, and she goes, well, she was cool with putting the Larson scanner hat on the shoes. So this is kind of like maybe a sub-version of the Firewalkers in that it runs the Larson sketch on it.
Yeah, we have a lot of people asking us about Firewalkers with Gemmas. One suggestion, because we have vibration sensors in the store now, and they're switch sensors that when you vibrate, they turn on. And you can use that instead of Velostat just to because when you walk, you're also going to be hitting the shoes against the ground. So that way you don't have to have the weird analog sensor Velostat stuff.
So you're talking about the fast triggering and slow triggering?
Yeah, use the slow trigger one, so that when you step, it'll make the vibration switch knock, and it'll trigger, and then you can make it do something. If you want it to be step limited and something.
Okay, well that's good to know. And thanks for sharing, and thanks for having me.
So just a suggestion, no, because somebody was asking me 2 days ago, and I'm like, I know what to do. We're gonna update. We're gonna do a new project with Gemma and Fire, because so many people have asked us for Gemma Firewalker shoe tutorials.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
You're ahead of the curve.
All right, excellent.
I forgive you for not having a lizard.
Okay. No, there's more to come.
My piece of paper, not lizard.
No problem.
All
right, so that was Show and Tell. Don't forget, you get a As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker. Roberto, just email support@adafruit.com. Excellent group of folks. Thank you, Roberto.
Yeah, full house.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Noah and Pedro. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Lon. Thank you, Jasmine. And thank you, Andy. We're here every single week on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the Show and Tell.
Yeah.
It's every week. Check it out on our Google Plus page. If you haven't posted a comment when we post it up, make sure you do that. We add you to the Show and Tell circle, and then you can show and share.
Look at the fun times that we're having.
Yeah, there's nothing else like this. This is
There's
very
nothing
cool.
like it.
Okay, everybody, we'll see you on Ask an Engineer in less than 5 minutes. Bye-bye.
Laters.